From gender reveals on the football pitch to animals stealing the spotlight from players, we're gonna take you through some of the craziest 1 in a million football moments. What's that? A bear on the football pitch? You'd probably blame someone for lazy stereotyping if they said that a bear handed the match ball to the referee to kickstart a football game in Russia. That's where you would be wrong, because that's exactly what happened in the 2018 Russian 3rd Division game between Mashuk KMV and FC Angusht Nazran. A man led a muzzled brown bear to the edge of the field, where it clapped to the crowd and was given the job of handing the referee the match ball. Only in Russia, am I right? By the way, they got crazy backlash for this, from animal rights organizations and PETA condemning their act. No given though. Speaking of crazy appearances, if you thought you saw this guy on a screen, you weren't dreaming. In his 40s, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is about to reach the typical football player retirement age. In fact, given how few athletes play past the age of 35, he's probably already surpassed it. But he's not ready to slow down anytime soon. This explains Ibra's most recent on-screen venture. The Swedish all-time leading goal scorer has made the leap into acting with the movie Asterix and Obelix, The Silk Road. The Swede portrays the Roman centurion Caius Antivirus in Guillermo Canet's comedy action movie. Just look for yourself. Zlatan appears in 2 scenes in the movie trailer. In the first, he's seen removing his Roman helmet and using it to hit someone in the face while engaged in combat. In the second scene, he stands before his Roman army with his arms raised, and his name being chanted by the soldiers as though he were a deity. Damn, didn't know it was possible to love someone this much. With his commanding height and muscular appearance, the striker seemed to be the ideal choice for the part of a Roman general. But guess what? Zlatan isn't the first to step into acting. In 2008, Zinedine Zidane appeared in movies too. There's another appearance he made 2 years earlier on Materazzi's face. I know you remember this one. In spite of the fact that he received a red card while representing France against Italy in the 2006 World Cup final, Zinedine Zidane will always be remembered as one of the game's all-time greats. At the age of 34, the great Juventus and Real Madrid star announced his retirement after headbutting Marco Materazzi on the field. It's a case of trash talk gone too far, and of emotions getting in the way. Replays of the clip revealed the 2 players talking, and at the time, there were rumors that Materazzi had made a derogatory comment about Zidane's mother. Well, he still refutes those allegations, and in an effort to defend his name in 2009, he actually won in a libel case against the British media. In fact, Materazzi gave some insight into what actually happened between the 2 of them in 2020, and it was likely a remark about Zidane's sister that had him all riled up. Yeah, that doesn't make it any better, dude. The headbutt that Zidane delivered to Materazzi has come to symbolize the 2006 World Cup and possibly his entire career. Plus, it's among the craziest incidents in sports history. Now, another first for sports history was when Usain Bolt made his football debut. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in history, decided to follow up on his dream of becoming a professional footballer after ending his great sporting career in 2017. Bolt was confident in his ability to play in a big league and had just about enough time to try it out before the age of 30. He was actually quite excited about playing for his beloved Manchester United. But in March 2018, the sprinter was given a 2-day trial by Borussia Dortmund instead. He ultimately signed with Central Coast Mariners of the Australian A-League. Bolt, who played up front and wore the number 95 jersey in honor of his world record-breaking 100-meter run, caused all kinds of issues for the opposing defense when he was allowed room to spread out his long legs. Well, it was fun while it lasted, because the guy hung up his footy shoes in January of 2019. Okay, now if there's one thing you must know about footballers, they don't do anything the basic way. So when this footballer had to do a gender reveal, guess what he planned to do? With his sweet gender reveal on the field, Arsenal player Matt Turner announced that he and his wife were expecting a daughter. Honestly, it looks like it was his lucky day. The goalkeeper played a major role in the United States 1-0 victory versus El Salvador, and at the end of the match, his teammates surrounded him. The 28-year-old was given a football by the team, and the crowd started counting down until he kicked it. Turner kicked the ball, and pink smoke went all around, indicating a girl is on the way for him and his wife. The goalkeeper celebrated with his boys before sharing the special moment with his wife. Our hearts are a puddle of mush. Quick question, have you ever worried if the referee was intoxicated? I mean, we're used to asking whether the referees needed glasses, but you'd never guess what kind of glasses this guy had on him. A match between Vitebsk and Naftan in the Belarusian Premier League was officiated by Sergei Shmolik in 2008. Shmolik, who was even chosen as Belarus' best referee in 2007, had a whole other game going on. Because guess what? A post-game medical examination revealed excessive levels of alcohol in his system, leading to his suspension. I know what you're thinking. How did he even get onto the field? And how did he manage to stay in the circle for 90 minutes? Judging by the looks of it, he barely got a few minutes in before getting caught. This has gone down as one of the most perplexing referee performances in history, that's for sure. Now, you know how they say, sometimes you just need a kick in the right direction, or something like that? Well, that's what happened with this lucky guy, who wasn't so lucky back when he got kicked by none other than our boy House. Charlie Morgan will always be remembered as the Swansea boy who pissed off Eden Hazard and received a kicking as a result. But years later, he's all grown up and reportedly worth $40 million thanks to his successful booze business. Back in 2013, when Swansea and Chelsea were playing in the second leg of the League Cup semifinal, the 17-year-old seemed to have made an attempt to lose some time. With less than 10 minutes remaining in the match, when the ball went out for a corner, he appeared to hide it from Hazard by lying on it. You see, Chelsea were desperate, and Hazard wasn't having it. They were behind 2-0, guys. Hazard tried to kick the ball out from under the teenager, but failed, and did something way worse. The Belgian player was swiftly dismissed for aggressive behavior. Oh, and the young boy ended up becoming a hero in South Wales. Less so in West London, once Chelsea was ultimately eliminated. Speaking of distractions on the field, you know how many times cats have been seen strolling away in the middle of a nail biter? What do you mean they're not here to see my cat walk? Now, can we all agree that the late legend Pele was the GOAT of GOATs? One of the all-time greats in football saw his first officially licensed prospect card break records in the collectibles industry. The Brazilian hero broke a previous world record by selling his 1958 rookie card for more than $1 million. It's no surprise given how he helped his country win 3 World Cups during the course of his illustrious career, and is still regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. But what makes this card so special? I mean, it was the first football card to sell for over $1 million in 2022. Well, the 1958 Alifa Beloge displays a headshot of the young star just as he began a football career for the ages. It's wickedly rare, aesthetically pleasing, and highly appreciated by top-tier investors. The card has added value because Alifa Beloge produced it in Sweden at the time of Pele's first championship, so it stood out from the other 1958 Pele cards and gained crazy popularity. One thing for sure, after the sale of the 1958 rookie card, Pele's status was cemented even further. We're all aware of pitch invasions, but don't worry, no naked man streaking past your screens this time. In Euro 2020, a protester's parachute protest didn't go as planned, and well, Greenpeace was to blame. And they apologized for the injuries it caused, because that wasn't just him making a bad landing. Apparently he hurt spectators on the way too. The plan was to drop a latex ball bearing a message of protest, and ended up dropping themselves into lawsuits. Well, let us know in the comments what your favorite moment was. We'll see you next time.